I want to talk a little bit about distressed sellers because, unfortunately, I think because of our current economic climate where everything's getting so expensive, you may see some more people having trouble maintaining their mortgage payments and things of that nature, and there may be some distressed HOA liens, things of that nature. And I want to get into the idea of how those transactions work and how the best deal with them. And you guys end up being so integral in that because you're finding this information, right? Tagged against the property.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
Yeah.
It might be a notice of default. It might be a lien placed by an HOA, or it might be some other lien by some other vendor.
Yeah.
Trash or
and let's
otherwise.
just talk about the HOA for a second, because I think sometimes that can be a burden to someone. But there's two different types of violations that can happen on a property. One is maybe, let's just say it's like weeds or something. Like you haven't been able to maintain it.
Right.
Or something needs to be corrected. A lot of times what everyone doesn't understand is sometimes you can go back to that HOA and negotiate that.
Yeah.
And go, I have taken this. So that is, we're talking distressed in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
Right. And this is an easy fix. So don't panic.
Right.
Yes, I understand that that's probably built up and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I have a big bill that I need to pay. But go back to them and try and talk with them and bring that bill down. So, there's ways of helping yourself that we can kind of guide you through. You can, I can, either way.
We talked a little bit about the HOA, but there's other types of distressed. There's someone who's maybe in the midst of foreclosure.
Yeah.
That's one where timing becomes critical, does it not?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. The bank is going to be pretty much right on that, and they're going to be, filing all things against that property to get that back. I will say though, and I it's probably more of a John Ingram question too.
Right.
But I remember back in the day, my this was years ago. My dad had suffered from a heart attack, and I went back to the mortgage company and I said, "Hey, because they do still have people think modifications were, a thing at a
only in
certain amount of time.
Yeah,
right?
no, they're always there.
They're always there.
Yeah, you can always talk to whenever you're look. That's a great point, Janelle. Because let's make sure our listeners understand. Whenever you're starting to have financial difficulties, reach out to the mortgage. Don't pretend that it's just going to go away. Talk to them. They usually have a solution for you.
They do.
They can defer payments. They can move things back. They can recap. They can do some stuff for you to help you.
Yep.
And they want to. They don't really want to foreclose.
They
don't want that. They don't want that. They really rather you continue to make your payments or work out a way that you can do it. So So when someone passes away, one of the first calls, unfortunately, you got to make is talk to the mortgage company.
Yeah, talk to the mortgage company, and just kind of figure out what some of the solutions are, right? But again, the banks, yes, they're on a mission now because again, we're talking. It's not a person. This is a system.
Yeah.
Right. So when you're in default, now it kicks into the servicer's world of what to do next.
Yeah.
Right. But there's options.
Yeah.
Right. And I think it's even talking with a realtor to say, here's the situation that I'm in, because you guys have a lot of people that are investors, or you have somebody that can come in and pick up that property.
Absolutely.
Right?
Don't listen to the guy on TV and just give it to him because he's gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
We're gonna offer it out to a number of investors, and they're gonna compete for your property.
That's right.
And that's why I always think it's still even if you're looking for a quick sale, it's always best to reach out to a realtor who, again, I have a handful of investors who love to buy properties, and they understand they're gonna have to compete for it, and it's not gonna be they're not gonna steal it. They're not gonna steal it from somebody. So do that by all means, and then know that timing is critical because there is a process of foreclosure and you want to get things done before they complete the process.
Yeah. Notice of default, then it's notice of sale.
Yeah.
Notice of sale is when you're gonna
that's ugly.
Sale date.
Yeah, let's not get to that point.
Yeah.
And honestly, most people have significant equity in their home, so let's get it sold so you can take the cash out before the bank gets the cash.
Right.
Because they'll own the equity too if they foreclose. They get that equity.
Yeah.
And so let's do that before that happens. And so yes, if you're starting to feel like you're going to run into financial difficulties and you're thinking that the house is something you're going to have to sell in order to get yourself clear of this, reach out to a realtor. We're going to help you. Find a quality realtor. Again, if you don't have one, call me. I'm happy to help you out.
Yeah.
Then there's other things. There's also other types of liens that happen that are kind of they're such easy fixes.
They are.
They really are. Trash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just pay the bill.
Pay the bill. It's like $54 every quarter.
Yeah, come on, get
whatever
that paid.
it is, right?
Some people forget. I understand that. It happens. It slips through the cracks. You forgot to pay it.
Yeah.
You know what? Cut the check, pay the bill. Or or just know it's going to be deducted from your proceeds.
I was just going to say, it's don't panic because there's other options. So if you're selling the house and we see that that's on there, you don't need to pay it at that time. It's just going to come out of your proceeds.
Exactly.
And we're going to make sure that it's paid.
Yep.
You don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, because you guys have an obligation to the buyer to present the house, help deliver the house free of liens. Because that's part of the process of selling the home,
right?
Which is one of the reasons that the escrow and title companies are involved. They're there to see to it that it's delivered that way.
Yeah.
And that's what they're insuring.
Yeah.
So if you're insuring it, you're going to make sure it's delivered properly.
Oh, that's right. Right.
Yeah, because you don't want any claims to have to come through.
No.